The Gina and Matty podcast.
What you got for us, Gina?
Well, it's Star Watch. So today at 10 a.m. you can watch the Emmys if you want to on Binge or Foxtel. Now, I haven't got either of those, so I can't watch, but I'll be able to tell you a little bit about what's going on. Number one, frontrunner is Shogun, which I haven't seen. That's like a war thing, I think, which I wouldn't like.
Haven't watched that one either.
No. Number two is The Bear. That was on Disney Plus. Also, haven't seen that one.
Didn't see that one.
The one that we did see, number three, the runner in number third position. Number third position. This is going well, Adam. Baby Reindeer. Now, did you see Baby Reindeer? Did you watch it?
I did not watch that one.
I watched it up until it got too creepy for me. I know CJ's in shock that I didn't finish it. It got a bit too sort of weird and scary. And now there's all this stuff going on with Netflix. She wants to sue Netflix because they used her life story and all that kind of stuff. If she hadn't have gone on television, nobody would have known which one she actually was, right?
It was a little too real for me. I thought, I can't do this.
No, I didn't. Have you?
I want something light and fun.
Me
I've
too.
been watching Only Murders in the Building, you know?
Now, I have to get... That's on Disney Plus, right?
It is, yes.
I really have to get Disney Plus because I know I would love Only Murders in the Building. Is that up for any awards, I wonder?
Yes, Selena is up for Outstanding Actress in a Comedy Series, and both Martin Short and Steve Martin up for Outstanding Actors Lead in a Comedy Series, and it's up for Best Comedy/Musical. For some reason, that's the one same category.
Oh, great. I hope that wins. And Naomi Watts, the Australia's own Naomi Watts is up, and also Elizabeth Debicki, who played Diana. How good was she as Diana?
She was freakishly good.
I think how can you look so much like the character that you... Does she normally look like her? All you got to do is tilt your head and look through you.
I don't see what she looks like in person, but all I know is when she came up on screen on Netflix, it was like a ghost.
It absolutely was. Absolutely was. So I hope she wins something too. So we've got a couple of Aussies there. So if you've got time, 10 o'clock, watch the Emmys. But let's go to... Now, Aubrey Plaza in more Star Watch news. You might know her from the movie Dirty Grandpa with Zac Efron. You're laughing like, I know her from that.
Yeah. Don't watch that one with the kids.
No, it sounds like it might be fun, but no. And then the TV series Parks and Recreation was one of the stars in the last season of White Lotus. Now, I started watching White Lotus, Adam, but I didn't keep going, but I should have. I think I just forgot because it's really good, right?
It's fantastic. It
Really?
is just, so each season you've got a different cast, except for Jennifer Coolidge was in both.
Yeah,
Each
I love
time
her.
set in a different location, and it's all about what goes on with this group of people at this White Lotus hotel for the week. And it's always somebody has died.
Yeah.
And then you go back a week and you've got to try and figure out which of those people have died and how they've died. And
Just
everyone's
like
got really messed up lives and it all comes
Like
out.
a classic kind of whodunit, like old school.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that. I
It's
need to watch
fantastic.
it. Well, she spoke about her time filming The White Lotus and how she actually went a little too hard in some of her lines to start with, and the director had to shoot it down. Take a listen.
Even on The White Lotus, the first couple months I was shooting so sporadically because all of my scenes were really backloaded. Like all my big scenes on that show took place in the hotel room. And the scenes like before that were like these kind of dinner scenes where I would have one line, two lines. And I just remember in the beginning of the shoot when I would show up for these little scenes where I'd have, one or two lines, I was at an 11, like just ready to, and I was so aggressive. And I just remember one of the first interactions with Mike as a director was like, I was ordering the fish or something. I'll have the fish or something. He was like, Jesus, can you just order the fish like a normal person?
So you were saying off air that it's because they film all around the wrong way. So her character was kind of aggressive and they filmed the last stuff first and then went back.
If you've seen the show, her character has like a huge fight with her husband and it all just goes pear-shaped.
Yeah.
And so she was like, knew that part of her character was coming and she was just so angry. And then there's all these other scenes where they're just having dinner. Fish, I want the fish. Well, character's not there yet. Calm down.
She got told. She also spoke about the time how she had a stroke at the age of only 20 when she was still attending New York University. That's awful.
Insane. So young.
So young. And I have a friend who had a stroke really young and couldn't talk and all that stuff, had to teach herself again. And she's actually fine now. But have a listen to how she coped.
I took the train to Astoria to have lunch with my friends, and I walked into their apartment and just in I hadn't even taken my jacket off, and like in mid-sentence it just happened. And that's when I was paralyzed. The freakiest thing was that I forgot how to talk. You start to understand that your brain is not you. They're going like, what'd you have for breakfast? And I'm going in my head, say yogurt, brain. say the word yogurt, and and I couldn't do it. So it was terrifying. I thought I'd never speak again.
Oh, that's terrible, isn't it?
You're stuck in your own head. That's the part that freaks me out.
Yeah.
You're fully aware, but you have like no control over what's happening.
I just can't imagine. That would be awful. But good on her. She's obviously gone on to bigger, better things. And yeah, she's amazing. I will watch, I promise you, I'll watch White Lotus so I'll have a better understanding.
Oh, you've got to watch it.
I know I'm going to love it.
Jennifer Coolidge is just...
I do love... She's hilarious, isn't she?
I can't tell whether she's acting or playing herself in the show, but I love her.
Gina and Matty.
So I've got a little bit of Sabrina Carpenter, goss. I didn't really know who she was until she came out with Taylor Swift, really, when she opened for Taylor Swift.
I had no idea who she was either until I watched her. What a voice.
Yeah.
Can do an Aussie accent. And since then, just blown up.
And so she was on a Disney show or something when she was young, CJ?
Disney Channel Girl Meets World, 3 seasons. So that was kind of her start,
how she
I guess.
started.
Yes.
So she talks about social media from a young age. Obviously, she put stuff up from about 14 and how she deals with trolls and stuff, because this scares me, this kind of thing. But she's got kind of a pretty good attitude. Have a listen.
I'm not one of those artists, too, that's going to shut myself off from reading every little thing about me.
Yeah.
I would rather know and accept it and be like, well, that's what they think and I think this. Like, I started posting videos on YouTube when I was 11. I started reading mean things then. My parents were almost more offended than I was, and I had to be like, but they might be having a bad day. And I was like 12.
I love that attitude, because what happens, like for me too, just with my little career, when people put up anything negative, the one negative comment can just like erase 500 really nice comments. You know, it can really hurt your feelings, and you might spend some time thinking about it and like, oh, why can't everybody love me? What a great attitude.
She's got like this thick skin. It's either a super thick skin or just is so understanding to go, right, you think that, I don't agree, and I'm just going to move on with my day now. Or use it in a song, because a lot of her songs have like a humour to it, and she's quite funny. Like, have you seen the latest film clip for Taste?
No.
With Jenna Ortega.
No, I haven't. Oh, really?
Yeah, they're in it together. Hilarious.
I love that song.
They're constantly fighting with each other through the whole film clip.
Yeah. Oh, she's got
Funny
a good,
as.
and I love that she said, oh, maybe they're having a bad day. I love that attitude. If anyone's I will often think if anyone's a bit mean, like a checkout chick or something, and think they're a bit snappy, and I go, oh, I don't know what's going on in your life. Maybe you're having a tough time at home and you're taking it out on me, and that's okay. So it's good to have that attitude. Good on you, Sabrina. It's not okay. Don't take it out on people. She also revealed, from being famous for so young, she missed out on some big moments like normal kids go through, like they call it prom over there, but here we call it our formal. She missed all of that stuff and had to be super careful with friendships and stuff she made. Have a listen.
I have made really selective friendships that have lasted me since I was a child, now to now. You know, I've talked to people about this, about like I really do sometimes, even when I like start dating someone or when I like meet someone for the first time, like I like to know how long their friendships are. I think it says so much about a person.
I love that. I think so too. When you meet someone new, have you got lots of old friends? Like if you're starting to date someone, I reckon some great advice is A, how do they treat their mum? And B, have they got long-term friendships? Because that says a lot about a person. But I understand because we were touring a lot in the 90s, we were away way more than home, and we were super selective with our friendships as well because you weren't home.
Do you find that because, you know, you were touring the 90s, you were Gina Jeffrerys?
Yeah.
Everybody, do you sometimes think, are they my friend because they like me, or are they my friend because of my stage name?
Absolutely. And put on top of that, my husband was and is still one of the biggest record producers in country music in Australia. So I often had that, oh, do you really like us, or are you trying to worm your way into the music industry? So yeah, we made lifelong friends. Our friends we've been really close with for at least 20 years. My best friend since we were 10. And we still hang out all the time. So I think you got to choose your friends wisely. And I understand that thing too of, you know, because we toured so much, she was saying she missed out on formals. We missed out on weddings and engagements, and because we'd be away. And so I do understand that. But
you miss out on that normal in quotation
yeah,
marks,
which is why
life.
now that we're home and we're not touring, Saturday night with your jammies on, with a glass of Chardonnay, watching Netflix is gold.
Gina and Sabrina Carpenter, the same person.
Gina and Matty.
Now, you know, I have a little music school where we teach singing and songwriting and guitar and production, all kinds of things. And it's called the Gina Jeffrerys Academy of Music. And this time of year, every year, we audition to get into the Mingara Carols. That's Carols Under the Stars. That's out at Mingara. I've done it every year for probably 12 years. And Star FM are also involved. So we jump up on the stage and the lots you can, win tickets, win front row tickets.
That's Star Lounge with the beanbags.
Oh,
Woof, bougie.
It's the most beautiful, beautiful carols. It really puts you in the Christmas mood. And on the way home, you drive past all the lights, people that have decorated their house. And I absolutely...
I'm one of those people.
Are you one of those?
30,000 lights on the front of the house.
Now, when do you put them up?
I do it over a full weekend, usually like last-ish weekend in November or weekend before.
So you don't leave them up all year?
Oh, no, they come down before the 1st of January.
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
I don't mind when people leave them. Do you ever have a Griswold moment where you got to press the lights and then one doesn't come on or they blow the fuse?
Oh, don't even get me... and they come in like... I bought boxes of 1,200 and they tangle No, I'm getting PTSD about it now. We're not talking about it.
There's nothing like Christmas light tangle. Well, there's also nothing like being part of a big, big thing like the Mingara Carols. It's massive. There's a massive crowd out the front. Oh, it's just the most wonderful thing. So I have auditions for my school this afternoon. Anyone who's part of my school gets to come along and audition, and the people from Mingara come along. Hello, Sarah, if you're listening, and they choose who will be on the carols representing my school.
This is a big day.
It's a big day for my students, and we get so excited. We get really dressed up. We wear long sequin dresses. The boys wear a tux, and it's just the most wonderful thing. But today is audition day, so I thought we could warm into it by you two doing a little audition to see how you might. I mean, Star is going to be at the carols anyway, so this could be your big moment where we might as well. You're going to be there. Get you up. CJ, what?
You know I'm a fantastic singer, so I expect to pass this audition.
Well, it's not what you know, it's who you know, they say.
Exactly.
We're going to find out.
Well, CJ, it just so happens, is it too early to play
Mariah
it?
Carey's defrosting as we speak.
We're doing
Here
it
we go.
now.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. It's serious.
Sorry,
I
I'm not laughing.
want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make a wish come true.
Drop it.
Oh, yeah.
All I want for Christmas is you.
No, that was really, really something. That was something. That was something I have never heard before. You, the way you sang those notes was not anything I've ever heard anyone do before. And your vocal licks, like you've got a whole new way of singing vocal
very
licks
unique,
that
right?
You're really different. And you know what? You lit up that stage while you did that. You lit it up. But look, we'll have to get back to you. I'm not sure. I will definitely get back to you. I've just got another person I need to quickly audition, and I'll get back and let you know. Adam, who's potentially going to be there anyway. I mean, you work at Star, so would you like to have a little go as well?
No, I think instead we just heard Gina's audition for the next judge on Australian Idol.
The Gina and Matty Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.